I may not have the best Big Dizzy Zhongli, but let me tell you guys one thing. I know my way around this man's stone rod. So let's get into Zhongli's character preview. Okay, this man's elemental skill is a lot to unpack, so let's have a look at it. His press summons a stone rod. Not that important. You never really want to press it. You always want to hold it. But his hold, here's a dot point, deals AoE geo damage, creates a massive, I mean massive, shield based on Zhongli's max HP, and as well, it like does a draining thing to geo elements. So like if you see a Hilichurl with a Geo Shield uses Hold E, it'll drain that bad boy for all its juice. And as well on the hold, it will summon a Stone Rod. One thing I did forget to mention, 150 damage absorption to all elements and physical damage, as well as a 20% shred to both elemental and physical resistances to enemies around him. Very big important thing. Very, very important. Burst on the other hand, pretty simple. You drop a massive meatball from the heavens, petrifying enemies. The duration of petrification based on the skill level. But yeah, we drop in meatballs, Cloudy with a chance of meatballs right here. Pretty much the main character of the series, Zhongli. Pretty cool petrification, unique thing, and gets better with constellations. Now, what's his talent priority? That's a great question. Depends on what you want to build him for. His most kind of unanimous priority is his elemental skill, followed by burst, followed by normal attack. I recommend the skill. You're going to get a lot more value out of getting a massive shield from him than getting a lot of damage from the meatball, because the meatball also requires you to have a good weapon, good artifacts. Whilst the skill is more dependent on just having HP on him in some way, shape, or form. So go for skill, then burst, and then normal attack. That is what I would recommend. First passive, 5% increased shield strength when his actual shield takes damage. So like it gets better the more it takes damage. Don't know how that works, but it's actually amazing still. You can really tank a lot in this game. Massive donger. Man turns into a literal fortress, kind of crazy. Second passive is the one that you want to pay attention to. All of his everything's normal attack, skill, and burst damage is increased based on his HP, all by different percentages. You know, the meatball, 33%, elemental skill, 1.9%, and then his normal attacks and all that, the spear, jabby stuff, 1.39% of his max HP. So you guys might have guessed it. He's a HP build. Talking about constellations, you're not going to find a lot of value in the first half of his constellations. 1 to 3, not amazing. Starting off with 1, you've got the addition of 1 extra summonable Steely with his skill. You know, it's alright, I guess. If you want to deal like a DPS Zhongli, do whatever you want. Not the greatest. On to Constellation 2. When he uses Planet Befall, you grant yourself and nearby characters a shield. More shielding by him, self-sustain. It's alright, again, nothing fabulous, more of a team player, and listen, we're not team players here, we're selfish idiots. Constellation 3, obviously a damage boost. Then onto Constellation 4, or the last 3, which he gains so much value from. So C4, increase his bursts AoE by 20%. It's like the only constellation that ever increases the radius of the thing. I think Amber's does actually, never mind. But still very amazing, and increases the petrification duration by a base of 2 seconds. So I think to a total at like max level burst with this, I think it's like 6-second petrification, which is crazy. And then C6 is, if you get C6, you'd never need to put a healer on the same team as Zhongli, but when the Jade Shield takes damage, 40% of that is converted to HP for the current character. A single instance of regeneration cannot exceed the 8% of that character's max HP. Let's all just take a moment to fathom the raw power that comes from C6 Zhongli. Essentially, if you have it, you reach immortality because you have a shield, healing, sustain, petrification.
Daddy.
What? Biggest question, what is his best weapon? That is up for debate at this point, but statistically and systematically, it's probably going to be the Staff of Homer. Staff of Homer is way too good. Crit damage, HP, and attack bonus based on his HP. He's a HP build. Staff of Homer, will he be his most optimal weapon in the highest percentages, but not everyone has the Staff of Homer, let's be real. And pretty much any other 5-star works if you do have any other 5-star. His actual signature weapon, the Vortex Vanquisher, isn't the worst thing, but it's meant for a DPS build Zhongli. It's definitely not a tanking weapon. You're not going to get a lot of tank value out of building with the Vortex Vanquisher, but every other 5-star weapon, from my opinion, works in some way, shape, or form. And these right here are just some of his good 4-star weapons. Probably his best 4-star weapon will be the Catch, which is the fishing weapon, but these ones here will work. Those ones right there on the screen somewhere. And for artifacts, this is a pretty big no-brainer. It's Tenacity of the Millelith. This artifact was like made for Zhongli in a sense. 20% HP on the 2 set and 4 set is essentially the most support you can get. You get a 20% attack increase to all party members when Zhongli's skill does damage, and then also a 30% shield increase. It kind of works well if you place your Steely in the right position, i.e. next to an enemy. Be mindful of that one, guys. Come on, place the Steely correctly. I'm definitely not a contributor to the negative there. But if you're going for a DPS Zhongli with his meatball, trying to get massive, juicy meatballs off, then you're probably going to go for Noblesse Oblige and Archaic Petra. That's probably going to get you the most value out of damage. If you want to make a physical DPS Zhongli, then there's like a few that you can do. You could do double 25% physical, so Bloodstained and Pale Flame. You could do Retracing Bolide, you could do 4-set Gladiators, you could even potentially try to do 4-set Shimenawas. I don't recommend that one, but you probably could do it. But overall, I'm just going to recommend Tenacity of the Millelith or 4-set Retracing, just because they're moderately easy to get, and at the same time of doing Retracing, you get Archaic Petra. So it's an easy win-win or an easy trade-off, whatever. Tenacity of the Millelith or Retracing and Archaic or something like that. Now, what is the best way to play this character? Oh, that is a great question indeed. Well, the best way is to use him as a shielder. Use him for his elemental skill to shield a whole team so they can live through 99% of the game's mechanics. But alongside that, if you build it correctly, if you get really lucky with your weapons, Staff of Homer, Tenacity of the Millelith, or even just like DPS stuff, you can really make him into like a tanking DPS god. He can carry the team. I'm pretty proud of my Zhongli with the Staff of Homer, I'm not gonna lie. Kind of a Chad. But yeah, that is the way to build him, I'd say. Go for skill. The skill will get you more value than his burst, but you can still build burst and get a lot of value. Should you roll on Zhongli? Absolutely, if you want just a good character. If you don't like him, don't roll for him. If you want someone else, roll for that person. But if you just want a good character, if you're just looking to get value, go for Zhongli. He's a great character in every regard. He probably has one of the highest pick rates in Spiral Abyss, highest usage rates, highest team composition rates in probably the whole of Genshin Impact. Maybe beaten out by Bennett and potentially Kazuha, maybe Ganyu. But he's in the top 3 to top 4 of the most used characters in this game. Highest value. So if you need a good character, by all means, roll for this magnanimous man. And there you have it. Thank you guys so much for watching my Zhongli preview. That has been pretty fun. I love this character. Get him if you really like him. I enjoy this character a lot, and you'll get a lot of value. I enjoyed making this one because I just love showcasing Zhongli things. Talking about Zhongli, he's a great character. And I think he'll gain a lot more value once there is a 5-star weapon that has HP as a substat potentially. I think that will maybe increase him by a fair bit with an absolutely massive ability that also increases HP or damage in some sort of way. I think he'll gain a lot more value that way in terms of a tank. But as he stands right now, probably one of the best characters in the game, just overall, if you build him correctly. Hope you guys did learn something about the Zhongli. The big man, the big dinger, the big donger, absolute legend. If you guys did enjoy the video, like as well as subscribe down below to support the channel. We're growing steadily, and I'm really happy and appreciate all the subs that have come in the past few days. Much love to everyone. Have a great day, stay hydrated, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace out.